Hey guys, BrickQueen here with the awesome new LEGO Big Bang Theory set. It is set number 21302. It has 484 pieces and looks really awesome. So let's go ahead and check it out. So here is the LEGO Big Bang Theory set. It is a very cool, interesting set. There's probably a few things I would change, but we'll get into that in just a second. I want to kind of give you an overview of the set real quick. Here's the sides. It's actually got some brick detail on it, which is cool. But of course, this is the main part of the set. And there's one little part that's not attached, and that's just this little whiteboard here. And this is printed, by the way. It is printed like this, so that's really nice. And instead of markers, we actually have little lipstick tubes for markers, which is kind of interesting. And they didn't include the right color because the drawing is in blue and we have pink and red markers, but that's okay. I would like to have seen that changed, but I guess blue lipstick isn't all that common anyway, but you can adjust that, so it's kind of a cool little piece. And I'm actually just going to set this over to the side off screen for the moment so that we can look at the set. As you can see, all the main people are there. You've got the guys and the girls in the set, and then Amy over here on the side. And there's a lot of stuff going on in this set, but let me kind of show you some of the characters first. We have Howard Wolowitz here, or Howie as Bernadette would call him. He's got a really cool torso, and I really like the little belt that they gave him. He's always got different belt buckles on, so I'm glad that they did include that. He's also got a neat little hairpiece right here, and of course they have his sideburns. And there's the second face. Very little back printing, but it is nice that he does have the two faces there. So I think that's kind of a cool little character for Howie. And here's his wife, Bernadette. I think they did a really good job on Bernadette. I think she looks really good, and her legs are really cool. The top part of the legs is printed, and the bottom part, the gray part, is actually like a separate piece that they attach to the white. So that's kind of cool that they're kind of giving them, you know, different colored legs like that now. I've seen that on a few characters in this newest lineup of LEGO. And she also has two faces. There's her, you know, kind of angry face, or upset face, I guess. But I think they did a great job on Bernadette. Kind of stand her, well, let me just stand all of the figures kind of off camera for the moment as we go through them. Then we have, right here, Amy Farrah Fowler. And again, I think they did a great job on her. This is not a new hairpiece, but I think it fits her perfectly. It's just right for her. It kind of makes her look like a librarian, but I think it's cool. And so there's the torso, and then there's the back and the second face. And she has the same type of legs with, you know, the two different colors. I'm pretty sure they're using two different pieces of plastic, and they put it together so that they can get it, the two different colors all the way around, which is unusual, but I guess it's becoming more of a common thing now for LEGO, and I am okay with that because I think it looks cool. Then we have what is usually considered the main character of the show, Sheldon Cooper, with his Flash shirt on. And he has kind of a basic face, but I think they did a good job with him. I do like that he's got the two different color arms. His arms are made the same way as the legs, so it's not just like printed on one side. The color goes all the way around, which is really cool. And he does have two different faces. That one looks a little goofy for Sheldon, but I still think they did a good job. And let's see, then we have Raj Koothrappali, and they did include his dog, But what I think is funny is if you look on the front picture of the set, or even in the manual, the dog is nowhere to be found. At least not in the one that I got. I didn't see it anywhere in the manual. It's not even in the instructions at all. I think it was just kind of like a really last minute thing. They just decided to add in the dog suddenly. Although this is really not the right kind of dog. This is not the kind of dog that he has, but I guess it's a nice thought. But they did do some nice printing on him. And we'll go ahead and show you the back. There's his other face, and a little bit of back printing. Nothing too fancy. And then we have Penny right here. Adjust her a little bit. And so Penny's the only one that I think they could have done a little bit better on. She just looks a little bit too much like just a basic Lego female character. But all the others I'm really happy with. I just think they could have done a little bit more with Penny. But it's not bad. And last but not least, we have Leonard Hofstadter here. He's got his little recycling shirt on. And his jacket that he wears all the time. And it's even got the little hood on the back. I'm glad they printed that on there. And he does have two faces, just like everybody else in this set. There's the other one. Looks like he's a little confused with that face. But, so those are all of the figures. I know there's a lot. But now that the figures are kind of set aside, I can really show you the set itself, which is kind of interesting. You know, you've got, basically the living room area here with the couch and a little table with some Chinese takeout. And these are actually printed pieces, this one and this one, which is kind of cool. I'm glad they did that. And then this chair right here really doesn't have a particular spot to sit. I just kind of attached it there. It's supposed to just kind of sit off to the side. And then we have that chair and the couch here. And there's a bookshelf behind the couch. And there's a telescope sitting next to it. And the bookshelf is kind of interesting. You've got a lot of different stuff there. A little green lantern and a rocket and some other things. And this piece right here was another interesting piece. It is a printed piece. But what I thought was interesting is I found it in bag 1. And they didn't say anything about it in the manual until randomly in bag 2, then you put it on. So, I don't know. I think that was kind of a mistake. I think they just put that in the wrong bag, or maybe they forgot it in the manual at first or something. But anyway, not a big deal. Just thought I'd mention that. And there's lots of interesting things over in this corner, which is a little difficult to show you. But lots of printed pieces here. There's actually only 2 stickers in the set. This sticker on the door here, and then the sticker on the side of this little wall piece right here. Those are the only 2 stickers. Everything else you see is printed, which I think is a really cool thing. I'm really, really happy to see so much printing in Lego. You do have little, I can turn it so you can see better. Over in the side there, you can see Sheldon's computer there. And maybe this is bothering me. The curtain was kind of crooked. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, so there's the curtains next to it and all. Now my complaint about this set, because there's one, to me, I think is a glaring mistake. And I looked back at the original project that was submitted on Lego Ideas, and it was the same way, the same basic layout of the room. But if you watch the show, this is really not how the room is set up. They kind of, adjusted it to make it, I guess, easier to make into this set. But really, the door should be over on this side, because this is where they come in at. This is the door to the hallway over here, not back there. And I think this over here is supposed to be like the elevator, and that's completely not in the right spot. That would be out here in the hallway. And then you have the door into the room. I think they could have redesigned it a little bit better and actually had the placement of the doors correct. I would have liked to have seen it actually be a little bit more accurate like that, because I don't think it would have been that hard to change the design up a little bit. But that is the design that was actually submitted to them on LEGO Ideas, so can't really blame LEGO 100% on that being wrong. But anyway, you can share your thoughts about that in the comments below and let me know what you think. But other than the basic, outline or whatever being wrong, I like this set. There's a lot of really cool details in it. Like I said, they did a good job on it otherwise. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to let me know which of these awesome figures is your favorite, because like I said, we have a lot of cool figures in here. And kind of put all of these back up here for you guys to see again. Kind of pairing up the couples here. And then we have Raj, who, sometimes has a girlfriend, sometimes doesn't. But anyway, I think it is a pretty cool set with just a couple of things I would change. Not anything major. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about this set in the comments below. And let me know which figure is your favorite, or which Big Bang Theory character is your favorite in the show. And I will see you guys later.